Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So if you saw, y'all, Chris and I finally got the rocking chairs put together. Now it's still a little bit too cold to sit out here, but when the weather warms up, we will be ready. But today I wanted to bring you along because I want to add a little bit of color to the table that you saw. Now this was the table that the previous homeowners left. It was brown. I gave it a fresh coat of black spray paint to go with the black chairs, and then I cleaned off the glass really good. And so this is a plant that you normally see right after the holidays. I always see this because it lets me know that spring is on the way, and it will also add a pop of color to the front porch. We're going to get it planted up today. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so I've been out here experimenting with the pots. I'm only going to put one on the table, but I couldn't decide which one I want to use, and I'm still undecisive right now. I really am probably going to go towards this one just because of the drainage. This one has a drainage hole as well, but if you can see, like right here, I don't know. I really am leaning towards this one right here. But anyway, this is a cyclamen. And again, where we're at here in Georgia, right after the holidays, I always see them put it out. But right before the holidays, they had them put out, and they had a lot of them. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And as you can see, they were actually on the clearance rack. And I looked at them and I said, "It's absolutely nothing wrong with these plants." And again, I have had them for about a couple of weeks now. I have to trim up deadhead, but I know that they will bounce back. The only thing that I've been having to do is when I look at the tag, it says hardiness down to 40. So what I can tell you is they have been probably it's gotten down to like 35, and I forgot to bring them in, and it's been okay. But a lot of times when it gets down like 29, 28, I do bring them and I put them in the garage just so I can get them to last up until spring, because they are grown as an annual here, but I did have to make sure that I looked at the hardiness. But I thought that they will actually be pretty good for this area right here. And again, I'm only going to use one so that I don't overcrowd the table. Right here in the back is like, in the summertime when the mosquitoes come out, like the tiki torch type deal. And then if me and Chris want to bring something out here, like something to drink, then we'll have room for that. So we're only going to put one of these on here. I may put the other one in this container, and I'll put it on the rack that we planted up with the hellebores, which I'll show you at the end. They're doing very well. They're blooming really, really pretty, and I think they like the space that they're in. So what I'm going to do now, I always like to go over this question because oftentimes people say, do you reuse your soil? If the soil is not root bound, full of roots from the previous plant, and we didn't have any type of diseases or fungus, and the plant that was in this container did good, then I will refresh the soil, probably add a little bit of compost, add a little bit of nutrients, but we're going to reuse this soil. And so let me go ahead and get it planted up. I think I'm just going to do both. We have a pink one, y'all, but that one is not doing too good. So I have that kind of like in an area where I'm doctoring on it, trying to get it to come back. So if it bounces back, then I'll make sure that I share it with you. But it's a really kind of like a pink, not a hot pink, not a light pink, but just a middle pink. And so I'm not sure where I'm going to put that if it does come back. It was just that the leaves are really yellowing on it for some odd reason, and all three of them were right by each other. Okay, y'all, so as usual, I switched containers and put the other one on the other side. I'll show you in a minute, but they came out great. I went in and trimmed off some of the spent blooms, but what I can tell you is if you looking down inside, there are so many blooms that are coming up. So they kind of start down at the base of the plant and then come up. So we got those trimmed up, and so I just put this in the middle. This one was a little bit shorter and wider versus the other one that we were originally going to use. And so as the season continues, hopefully we'll see lots and lots of these red blooms that the plants give. Now, let's go ahead. Let's walk over here. I'm going to link the container garden video that we did when we first set these containers up, but they're doing absolutely amazing. I actually came in deadheaded almost all of the pansy plants, which is why you don't see any color. We got some that are right here. I did deadhead those, but I went ahead. So these two are the same, these two containers. So this is the other one. I went ahead, deadheaded those as well, but they also have lots of little blooms and buds that are coming up from the plant that we should see. As always, y'all, I always tell you that I'm going to, over the next probably 3 to 5 days, just make sure I come out and check the plants just to make sure they're being acclimated and they like this location. If not, then I may have to move them around again. Okay, so if you haven't downloaded our free container gardening guide, because like I tell y'all, container gardening is very true to my heart, because when we were in the military and overseas, that was really the only way that I could garden for a long time. So make sure, I'll put the link in the description, make sure you download the free container gardening guide, because you'll see that I do a combination of all of them. You know, we do raised beds, container garden, in ground, but it's something about the container gardening where a lot of people don't have a lot of room, or you just want to start off small. This is a great guide to get started. Again, I will put the link in the description, so make sure you download it. It's totally free. So as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching. And until the next video, bye-bye.